Back now for an update on our top story. Breaking news from Decatur County, where the TBI just a few short moments ago told all of us that skeletal remains found over the weekend are those of missing Decatur County nursing student Holly Bobo.
From way back in 2011, her skull was found this weekend by hunters. They then called authorities. They identified them through dental records. We want to go live right now to the sheriff there in Decatur County, Keith Bird, who's speaking at this moment.
Anything I wanted to bring closer to the family. I wasn't interested in anything else. I wanted to see them get some closure, and now I want to see the perpetrators get justice.
Sheriff, you mentioned you're close with the family. So on a personal level, what did this mean? Obviously, it was a case for you, but it meant a lot more than that. So describe what it was like.
It all along, you know, we would visit with the Bobos and have dinner with them, and we talked on a regular basis. Holly's father and I worked a part-time job together several years ago, so I knew him quite well. And I can remember very vividly the last time I saw Holly. Her and her mother were at the dollar store shopping, and that was probably 6 months before she was kidnapped. And I remember that. I remember seeing her and her mother together almost like it was this morning. I mean, it's very vivid in my mind. But I was more interested in seeing them get closure than anything else, and seeing the people get justice that did this horrific thing.
Sheriff, what was it like for you when the hunters found the skull? Did you feel in your gut that it was Holly right away?
Well, I hate to say this, but in a way, I hope that it was, so we could get closure. I, as well as the family, you know, we held on to the hope that she'd be brought back to us safe and sound. And after those two guys were charged with murder, you know, that hope went away. When I first saw what the hunters found, you know, it was kind of a shock, and it was kind of strange to stand there and think that might be her. But in a way, I was kind of hoping it was.
You say the family's doing as well as can be expected under the circumstances, but you know the numbers with these kind of crimes and the low percentage that they're solved after this amount of time, in this case, over 3 years. Were there ever moments where you really began to doubt that you would get the family closure, that you would find Holly?
I never doubted that we'd figure out what happened. I mean, I knew it was a matter of time before somebody either talked or spoke up or we found the body. You know, I knew that at some point in time, you know, we'd get an answer. You know, it might be years later, but I was very faithful that it would be brought to a conclusion.
Sheriff, what about the
Newly elected Decatur County Sheriff Keith Bird talking about his ties to the Bobo family, hoping against hope that Holly Bobo would be returned home, but also, once those remains were found over the weekend, really believing in his heart of hearts that it very well could have been and turned out to be Holly Bobo. Her remains, skeletal remains, identified positively by the use of dental records. Fox 17's Roger Suzanen continues to cover the story right now in Decatur County. We will continue to follow this story for you throughout the night and have the updates online at fox17.com and the very latest on Fox 17 this morning beginning at 4:30 a.m.